Hello everybody and welcome to my review of the DEVI GODZILLA FUZZ. I know that this is not the first review of the this pedal, but this is my review anyway. And I have here probably the older version, I don't know if it's the original version, but the older version from 2010, 2011, back to where the graphics was so cool with the evil giant cat trying to terrorize and destroy everything with laser beams coming out of his kitty eyes. So the graphics has changed over the course of the years, but it's still the same pedal. Also, the ownership of the company has changed because this pedal was still designed by DEVI and the team itself. So this is just really close to the original, instead of waiting for 2014 when the company was sold. It was bought by Warcraft. So he's a dual fuzz. So he has the vintage master on this side, and on the other side has the Goldust fuzz. This is the clean sound of my guitar to just the 5150 that you see on the back, so it's just a clean sound. No distortion whatsoever. So the left side here is the least aggressive, so it has just the volume and the texture here. So the texture, I guess, is self-explanatory. The volume here and the texture will add some roughness to the terrain that you actually making your notes walk, and the other one will actually add volume. It will react differently according if you connect this pedal to a power amp. You will probably need to back down with the volume, and if you use this one on the connected to the front of the amp, you will probably have to go high on the volume, because otherwise you will not hear it, and it's not that aggressive. It's very similar to no, the fuzz from the 70s, from the Doors and stuff like that. And you can actually decrease the texture here, but it will have a tendency to actually disappear. It has to be said that I'm using a noise gate here just to clean up the distortion, but it's not that present. So, but if you back up on the texture, you will actually have a tendency of disappear. For example, if I go to the extreme here, it sounds like when the battery is dying out, so the effect is actually starved, so there is no current flowing. So as you go back to the texture, it will regain its full texture. Well, the other side is of course more aggressive, and as soon as you notice that as soon as I kick it in, it will become noisy. So it has another two simple controls here, so the tension and the blister here. So the blister, of course, I guess it's self-explanatory, will actually have some I don't know, blister, some even more roughness to the terrain, and the other one will actually add or decrease the tension. They are interactive, so you can actually go back down for them, so the noise will decrease, and you actually go back to the original start here. So it's more aggressive. It's very useful to use this one with the single notes, and also with double notes and double stops. hours and hours of sustain, so you can literally annoy everyone in the band, everyone in the audience. But it will lose definition when you use this pedal for chords, for example. This is just a simple G major. You can barely make out that this is a G major. Yeah, every single note will actually be completely destroyed in the mix. It will actually work very well with double notes, not with chord. Especially the higher notes, it will lose definition because it also will add an octave down. So actually, the single note will the higher note will actually be difficult to make out in the general mix. But it is really working. So if we stack them together, we get to the real evil. Especially on the higher note, you will actually hear the sub-octave that we actually introduce. It's a very cool effect, especially in single notes. When you use them together, it will become easy. But you can actually back down on everything and create something like a middle setting, something like this, so you will not be so aggressive. So that was it for my review. This is one of those pedals that actually is not very expensive, but you're probably gonna have a hard time finding this one, the older version, because now they have updated the graphics and everything. But I guess it's the same. You can actually find it. It's not that expensive.